3 minutes? Yes, no? It's nothing too crazy. It's for young, ambitious men. It's a man's development and improvement channel. But I'll just be asking you about like career, dating, and shit like that, just so get your perspective and experience on stuff. What is your name?
Natalie.
Nice to meet you, Natalie. I am Ali. So what are you doing out here in DC? Are you just chilling with your friends, just for the vibes, or do you live here?
I'm just visiting my best friend for her birthday.
Okay, got you. So where do you actually live?
I live in Atlanta. I'm from Miami.
Damn, so you just flew all the way down here just to like come here and chill?
Yes, absolutely.
Got you. So what do you do in you said you're originally from Miami, but you live in Atlanta, is that correct?
I'm an attorney.
Okay. Ooh, you're an attorney. So what led to you becoming an attorney?
I just wanted to do it. I was just like, this seems good. I like it. I'm going to do it.
Okay. So are you like already deep into your career? Are you early? Like where are you at in it?
I'm early. I'm in my first year.
You said what?
I'm in my first year.
Okay, you're in your first year. So what have you, like, for a lot of my guys that be watching this that want to go down the attorney path, right? What are some things that you have seen or learned being an attorney? Or like some of your, like, the average person walking around wouldn't really know?
To put yourself in like rooms that you don't feel like you belong in.
Okay. So like what do you mean by that? Like when you were, or at least what have you experienced? Like why have you learned that lesson?
I just think that originally when I was like shy or insecure or
Yes.
maybe like anything like that, I just put myself into like rooms that I really didn't think I belonged in previously.
Yeah.
And now I realize like I belong there, I have a purpose, and like I can fulfill a purpose in there.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things that you would say then it allowed you to become a lot more sociable. I mean, I would assume if you want to be a very good attorney, you have to get really good at talking to people. Is that correct?
Agreed. Yeah.
So you would say that, okay, let's say a guy wanted to go down that career path. It'd be like, okay, well, this would be a great way to become a better socializer, or you would need to for that. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree.
But you're just early in your career now. Is this something that you want to do in the long term, or is this kind of a short term thing?
Yeah. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
Okay, nah, that'd be cooking. All right, so I'm glad to hear that. Okay, shifting gears real fast. I want to ask you about dating. Dating, of course. You know what I'm saying? I want to understand what's going on with the men out here, or how you feel about it. I want your raw opinions. Like, how is dating for you right now? How do you feel about the dudes out here? Please be honest.
Okay. It's pretty tough out here. I feel like a lot of men are just like not at the level they need to be at right now.
Oh, okay, I like this. So what do you mean by they're not at the level? What does that look like? Do you mean in terms of their mental capacity, their money? Like what makes you feel uncomfortable about the level thing?
I feel like if they have one box checked, they don't have two boxes checked.
Okay. So like, okay, maybe a dude will have money. Like he got the money, he got bread, he's going crazy, but maybe he doesn't have maybe the social aspect. He doesn't have the confidence or the charisma. Is that correct?
That might be right. Yeah. Or he doesn't have like drive, ambition, stuff like that.
Okay. So you would say that if guys were out here, they were making money, they did have charisma, they did have confidence. Well, I guess tall would probably be your preference, and were in shape, that would be beneficial for you.
That would be beneficial. Maybe he's not like a follower of Christ. That might lead me astray.
Okay. So like you're religious too is really important to you.
Yeah.
But like if they're religious, having all those things too would be ideal. Is that correct?
I'm going to cuff him.
Okay. Yeah, then we make it happen. Well, thank you for that. I just wanted to like hear your experience, hear about that, being an attorney, and good luck in your career. I know you said you're early, so it should be great. Okay. Yeah. What was your name again?
Natalie.
Natalie. Nice to meet you, Natalie.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. You guys have a good one. Thank you for that. Yeah. Oh, maybe y'all double. Are y'all related? Am I tripping, y'all? I don't know what's fucking going on. Okay, but you guys are dating. Is that correct?
We're not dating.
Okay, you guys are just friends. Okay. No. I mean, I'll just get you. I do couples normally, but I just talk to you both, man. I'll do two people at the same time. Okay, so what are you guys doing in DC? I'll start with you and I'll come to you. Is that cool? Okay.
I moved here in May. I'm just working.
You're just working, and you are doing what here?
I'm visiting my friend. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the situation going on. Okay, so what work do you do in DC? Because just to give you a quick rundown, this is the FYAM podcast, which means for young and ambitious men. So I'm just asking people of different walks of life, like their experiences, like what they're kind of doing out here. Because maybe you have an experience that a guy can learn from, whatever career you're doing, or you do as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm doing, just to give you insight about what's about to happen. Yeah. Okay, so tell me what you're doing.
I work I work as a paralegal at like a mid-sized law firm.
Okay, so how'd you decide to get into law? Is this from college on, or is this something you've always been passionate about since you were a kid?
Yeah, I was always passionate about it, and also I did similar stuff in college, like studied gov and econ. I just graduated, so it's like kind of the first job out of college.
Okay, so you're just like starting out getting into it. So have you had any experiences yet, or like real experience yet at all?
Not super. I guess this is my first real experience, like my big girl job. I don't know.
My big girl. Oh, damn. Okay, so like, but that's what you're looking to get into, or do you know how soon you'd be able to get some real experience at all?
Yeah, I'm looking to attend law school next fall. So this paralegal thing is just a precursor to law school, and after that, I think I'll have a lot more real experience as an attorney.
Okay. So at least for maybe some guys that would want to study law, like what are some things that you have learned or seen that somebody who's not studying law but wants to get into that shit, like what would they really experience?
I think law intuitively, a lot of people see it as a very intellectual endeavor, and it is. But I think as important as that is the kind of empathetic feel to it, understanding that law is a service at the core of it. And I mean, it's intellectually engaging, but you have to do it for the people if you want it to be meaningful. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pause with you right here. Okay, my friend, I know you're down here visiting, man. What's your name, by the way?
Alfonso.
Okay, nice to meet you, Alfonso. I am Ali, by the way, guys. Okay, so what career are you pursuing? I know you don't live here, but what career are you pursuing?
I'm trying to do some user experience design, but I'm not having luck right now. So currently still looking. Yeah.
Okay, so educate me a little bit. What do you do with user experience design?
Yeah. So when you have like a software like being developed, like for an app or whatever, the user experience designer is like designing like how you as a user will like interact with the app and like different web flows and stuff, taking consideration like what the ideal user path would be, that sort of thing. So it's kind of like bridging the gap between actually coding the stuff versus like the human aspect of it.
And you haven't like really got into it fully, or that's something you're looking to get into. But then what I would ask is, with you trying to get into this, what are like some lessons that you've maybe learned trying to get into this? Because I mean, at least what I've heard being out here in DC, a lot of people are getting into software and coding. Like I've sat down with so many people with that. So can you like tell me a little bit about your experience with trying to get into this, or maybe something important a guy could understand or learn?
Yeah, I think definitely like work on your portfolio early on, and like if you do have an inkling for it, I think looking for the right connections, because I feel like if went to school, we went to school that didn't have a design major, so
you guys went to the same school?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So I think like
what was the school?
Bowdoin College.
Bowdoin College.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But I do think like starting early, because I think the portfolio is like all that matters, and just building connections really like early as well. Especially if you're not from like a target school or have like a major with that.
Got you.
Yeah.
And when you say portfolio, you mean like getting real experiences that you can show to people who could hire you. Is that correct?
Yeah, like projects, like real world experience, that thing.
Because that's even back to you. Sorry to interrupt you. That's why I was even back to you. I was like asking about that real experience, because something that I started to realize a lot, especially that a lot of young men are actually lacking, is like real experiences with things. It's like, at least, or like, since you haven't really gotten to the real experience, there has been a lot of studying and learning, and maybe you have a lot of knowledge, but it's like you haven't really been able to like get into the game yet. So that's why I was kind of asking, and even too, at least you've already started on the path, so you kind of see what you're kind of getting into there. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty much like the main things I want to ask. I really appreciate you guys. You know, I don't want to impair your day at all. I think that was really cool. What was your name again?
Karina.
Okay, nice to meet you, Karina. And Alfonso, right? Okay, nice to meet you. All right, yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah, Ali. Yeah, awesome. Hope you guys have a great. Yes, sir. All right, bet.
Wait.
What good?
Authorization form?
I got it for him, bro. I keep it player, bro. I keep it player. Don't worry. Keep it nice and chill, man. What's your name, man?
Antonio.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Ali.
Ali, nice to meet you.
Yeah, man. Nice to meet you. Yeah, bro. Okay, so what are you doing out here in DC with your homie? Are you guys just chilling? Do you live in DC? What's going on?
DC. I'm in Northeast Trinidad.
Okay, got you. So would you first say that, just ask, because this basically, if you wanted to know, it stands for Young Ambitious Men. So this is the men's like development and improvement channel. So I'm just asking different people from different walks of life about their experience, what they got going on, especially mainly with their career. Because maybe a guy out there wants to get into what you were doing and he can learn some shit that he doesn't otherwise know. You get me? Okay. So yeah. So would you say first, just to ask, is DC like a great place for guys to kind of come for opportunity? Would you say that's true or not?
Are we talking about the last couple of weeks, or are we talking about the last couple of
I mean, how long have you been in DC?
I've been in DC 10 years.
Okay, so in the last 10 years that you've been here.
Oh, absolutely. In the last 10 years. In the last 8 months, absolutely not. In the last 10 years, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So what would you say the opportunity lies in first?
Just it's a melting pot. Like, you have so many different types of walks of life who come here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm South Asian and Black, and so like coming into this space and being able to experience both sides of my culture is just been something you don't find like anywhere else. So I mean, I'd say there, but also, you know, we have Trump as president, so
you got a guard out here, man. Yeah. All right. So first two. What career are you in currently right now then?
I'm in advertising. Yeah, marketing, advertising.
Okay, got you. So what led you to get into marketing? It seems like you didn't live in the United States all your life, or did you go to school? Oh, you did.
Yeah, I'm from a small town outside Richmond, Virginia.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I've been here all my life. You said what led me to this?
Yeah, like what led you to get into advertising and marketing? Where did you go to school for? Was maybe something you were already passionate about?
Yeah, so I went to school for it. What led me to is just, I mean, being black and being in Richmond, Virginia. I mean, birthplace of the Commonwealth. It's coming to DC was an experience that let you allowed to like, I don't know, allowed you to see various things of. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of drunk too. Because I say the best way to explain is that like being in DC, you get to see black, white, Asian, Latinx, all those various types of things. Being anywhere else, it's just black and white. Yeah. And so coming here allows you to see all those various types of walk of life. And the reason why I got into the field I was is because like I want to be able to make a remarkable change in the lives of others around me and people who look like me and walk like me and stuff like that. Okay. And so being able to be a voice for that, and then also being able to influence that kind of voice to see other people like that. I don't know.
Okay. No, that's clean. So at least how long have you been doing marketing? Is this something that you just got into at least, or is this something you've been doing for a while? And then what I would ask kind of a follow-up to that is like, what have you learned with being in marketing? And what are like some lessons that maybe a guy can take away from this to learn from that they wouldn't otherwise know getting into it?
First question was what led me into marketing?
Yeah. Well, yeah. First, like, what have you learned being in it? Like, yeah. Like, what have you learned being in it? Or like, what's an important lessons that you've seen that maybe the average guy walking around wouldn't know, but he wants to get into this, or a young guy getting into this would want to know?
Ooh, your voice is so much more important than you think it is. Your voice is so much more important than you think it is. People think that like when they click on a link in an email or something like that, it's like, oh, okay, like I'm just clicking on that. Like, you don't understand that how much of like that click encapsulates like how important you are to like the whole ether and stuff like that. So that's the one thing I've learned is that like as much as folks don't think that like click on the fucking link in the emails, it's something different. It's something like it is like you are very important, particularly like black, gay, and black people in general. Like you're very important to that. What was the second part of your question?
No, I was like, what, like a lesson that you took away from it, like as like being a marketer, like, or from advertising, what's something that like you learned? Like, for example, you're like, wow, I didn't realize how hard you actually have to market to get people to buy stuff. Like maybe you put up one ad and nobody really buys, so you actually have to go way harder, like something like that.
One thing I've learned is that they track everything. Yeah, they track data wise. Yeah, they track everything. Like, yeah. I mean, they got your email address, they got your name, they got your demographic, they got the last time you voted, they got everything. And so like, as much as you want to think that you are, I don't know, on an island by yourself, you're not. Yeah, you're not. Mm-hmm. You're not.
So you've like kind of almost realized that like, at least how deep it goes for marketing, like they kind of want to know everything about you to then be able to advertise very particular, like, or at least with social media and like, being the world being so connected, it's like they want to know almost everything about you. Because at least from what I've experienced, like for Amazon, my phone listening to me for sure. Phone listening, and then it's like boom, something that I talked about maybe yesterday is on my phone now. Like I see it on an Amazon ad or whatever. Yeah. So would you say that like that's kind of what's going on or what you have seen?
Yes, and I'd also say that folks don't read their contracts. Like folks do not read the terms and agreements. Like. Listen, I'll never forget this. I was like 9 years old, and my dad made me read the iTunes agreement, and it was like a 99-page thing. And y'all don't understand how much you are giving up when you say, I'm gonna, You're basically saying like, you are going to be in my life for the rest of my life. You're going to know everything about me for the rest of my life. Yeah. You don't even know. And niggas don't think that, but you really are. So, that's what I was saying. Okay, cool. That's the biggest lesson I've learned.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So, like, I think that was pretty cool. What's your name again?
Antonio.
Nice to meet you, Antonio. Yeah, thank you, man. That was smooth, bro. Nice and quick. They sound too dangerous, right? Yeah, bad, man. You can sit down, too. You want to do the podcast? It's called FYAM, right there. Okay, got you. What's your name first, sir?
My name? Can I give a fake name?
I mean, if you want to. Like, sure. What's your name?
My name is Ian.
Okay, nice to meet you, Ian. My name is Ali. Can I shake your hand? All right, cool. Okay, so what are you doing out here in DC? Are you just here with your family or your friends, or like what's going on? Do you live here or no?
No, I just moved here recently to Georgetown
Okay. Oh, so do you go to Georgetown?
Law School. Yeah.
Okay, I've actually been seeing like a lot of people who are studying law around here. So like, it seems like a really big thing. So what made you decide to get into law?
What made me decide to get into law?
Yeah.
I think it explains the world really well.
So when you say explains the world really well, do you mean it in the sense of like the way we choose to make laws for people? It like explains it really well, like in terms of the why we make laws the way that we make them. Is that what you mean, or something else?
I mean, it's just a good tool to view the world and understand why things are working the way they are. That's
Okay. And are you in your first year at Georgetown, or like are you like second year? Like when did you just get to Georgetown? Are you early or not?
I just got here, but I'm finished. It's a long story, but I'm an exchange student. I'm finishing up the degree here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, no issue with that. Okay, no problem. You don't gotta say this, no problem. Okay, so at least for a guy that decides that he does want to study law, right, or he wants to get into it, what are some like maybe an important lesson that you've learned deciding to study this or go down this path, or maybe something that a lot of guys want to know getting into this?
Don't study only law. Be well read. Read broadly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be like an example of maybe something else, or like on the side that they could also be learning that would benefit them?
Just read books. Read good books. Read history. Read literature.
And then it just helps you better, at least with law, or it's helped you out a lot.
It just helps you have a better understanding of the world. It isn't technical. Yeah.
So it's almost like you realize because law helps you get a better understanding of the world, if you also learn more, it helps you even more. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So to make sure you guys are getting well studied then. What was your name again?
Ian.
Ian. Okay, nice to meet you, Ian. Thank you so much, boss. Yeah, quick one. Yeah, cool. You guys want to sit down too, one of y'all? Fake names? Are we using fake names still? Oh, you want to? Yeah, come on, boss. Yeah, sit down, man. Yes, sir. What's your name, man?
Max.
Max. Nice to meet you, Max. Yeah. Okay. So what are you doing down in DC, Max? Are you just chilling with the homies? Like, what's going on? Do you live here or no?
I live here. Yeah. I started work about 2 months ago, and it's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the opportunity that made you come to DC? Or first one I kind of asked is, would you say that coming to DC is a great place for a lot of young guys to come to for like job opportunities and career?
I would say so. Yeah, I think job opportunities, career. I think DC is a great spot to live in.
Yeah.
I came here personally for a job, so I would say, yeah, absolutely, it's a great spot to be. Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So what was the career that you're currently pursuing or you're pursuing here?
I'm in real estate finance right now. Yeah. No, it's a great way to make money. I'm doing like underwriting for some firm. It's great so far, and I can't complain. Yeah, it's great.
So, and are you early on? Like, this is not something that you've been into for a while, or is it like maybe something that you studied in school, or like what basically led up to you getting into this?
So pretty much real estate's kind of been a thing in my family for a while. Like, it's like my dad does it, my sister does it. Like, there's a lot of like family members to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of just like a family thing, And I heard all about it from like the dinner table, pretty much.
They're just talking about it all day.
They're just talking about it all day, so I'm like, yeah, I might as well do it myself. And yeah, I would say that's kind of how I got into it. Yeah.
Okay. So at least combining what you've learned from the dinner table and you getting into it, what are like some things that if a guy also wanted to get into what you're doing now, he could learn or wouldn't know getting into it? Because a lot of guys who'd probably be watching me would want to get into real estate because I've heard very good things about real estate. I want to even own real estate in the future once I have money to do so. So what are like some things that you've learned like getting into it or like somebody wouldn't really know?
I would say a lot of it's very attention to detail heavy. I would say a lot of real estate is let me think about this for a little bit.
No problem. Good time, bro. Ain't no rush doing it.
I'd say real estate it's very like it comes across straightforward, but there's a lot more details under the surface, which I think is a big thing about it. I would say just pay attention to your details. Just make sure you're organized and you make and execute decisions very precisely.
Okay, gotcha. So when you even refer to like details, what's maybe an example, if you can think of one? If you can, it's fine. But what's an example of a situation where you were like, oh, I should have known that. I should have been aware of that leak in the building. I should have been aware, like, for example,
exactly. I would say definitely paying attention to specifically I work in like multifamily properties, apartment buildings. I would say those are definitely like cash generating like assets, but at the same time you have to pay attention to like exactly what's going on at the property, like different like property types, what you're talking about, like like if there is like some like life safety issue or there's like some other issue, like you have to like make sure you're paying attention to it, like when you're going through underwriting process, like because everything at the end of the day it impacts cash flow and like
sure.
and if you're
something's broken, I'm like, what's going on in here?
yeah, exactly. And so I mean, so just pay attention to what you're looking at. Know exactly like what the property is like, generating, and it's from there. It's all good.
Yeah, so the diamonds are definitely in the details. You'd agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. What was your name again?
Max.
Nice to meet you, Max. Thank you so much for that.
course.
Yeah, bro, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Great one. Yeah. You guys want to sit down too? When the camera's over. All right, cool, man. Yeah. What's your name, man?
My name's Carter.
Okay, nice to meet you, Carter. All right, I actually had a great friend back in the past named Carter, so it's cool. Maybe we'll be cool. Yeah. So I'm guessing you're in DC for working too, or you're just visiting your homies?
I'm just visiting my homie. Yeah,
Okay, got you. Where do you normally stay at?
Philadelphia.
Okay, so I mean, it's not too bad. You drove down?
I did. No, I took the train actually.
Yeah, so I mean, I've only driven down, but anyway, that's here nor there. Okay, so what do you do back in Philadelphia? Like, what's your career looking like?
I just started an exec search.
Exact search. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that? Because at least I'm not directly familiar. So what does that kind of look like?
Yeah, so I work with C-suite and executives, and I recruit them. So if they're trying to leave a company, I'll basically help them find a new role.
Okay, I got you. So it's kind of like, okay, if they're looking for new work somewhere else, you're like kind of that middleman. Is that a good assessment?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. So, and are you early into doing this?
I'm about a month in. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, you fresh out of the boat, man. Just making it happen. Okay, so like, what are some things that you've learned getting into this? Because I would guess that it might be kind of difficult, like dealing with these execs or dealing with these people that have been in like careers or industries for a while, trying to get them into a good job position that they want to kind of get into. So, what are like maybe some things that you've seen that maybe somebody who wants to do what you're doing now would not otherwise know that you just learned within the first month?
Yeah, I think you just got to treat every single person differently. You know, everyone comes from a different walk, a different background, different occupation. And once you can kind of figure out how to mirror and conversate with those people, you're going to get the success you're trying to get.
I would kind of ask because I kind of feel like this is almost selling in a way too sometimes, because I'm guessing you get a commission for getting somebody into a new job. Is that correct?
Totally. Yeah, it's business to business sales. So I make commission off every placement.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so and you would then say that it's almost, because I even had another girl that was in sales, and I kind of been studying sales a lot more myself. Have you like kind of seen that being able to almost have a relationship with the person you're selling is almost more important than what you're trying to sell them on? Would you agree that's true?
Yeah, I'd say definitely in this day and age, there's a ton of salesmen that don't have that human to human connection. And I think the human to human connection, especially in sales, especially in executive search, is it strikes a string with people, and that can definitely get you ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So like, have you then seen that? Have you or had one, or have you got an exec into a new job yet? Or you're still looking to get that, like, or get your first rep, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty close. But what I found in getting closer is that being a human and not sounding like a robot and not sounding like a salesman, but really trying to find out what other people's needs are.
Yeah.
That's the key. Yeah.
So even for any guy that's doing sales universally across anything, it's like if you master that human to human kind of connection, like you'll be very good. Or almost kind of a side question I'd ask for that is like seeing maybe other guys that are a veteran, like in your current industry. Have you kind of seen that they've mastered that human to human thing?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the veterans in my industry, they're not out there coming off for a paycheck or commission. I mean, they're definitely talking to these people, and you can tell that they're creating that human connection, and they're asking questions outside of work, questions to really get that candidate or that client on their page.
Man? How's the white man? What's going
Exactly,
on?
exactly. Yeah, that's what makes the difference. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, that's literally so perfect, so awesome. I think that's really valuable for a lot of guys to understand, not even just for what you want to do with execs, it's just sales in general. So it's great that I kind of got that insurance that like that's really what's going on. So I appreciate that, man. What's your name again?
My name's Carter.
Okay, nice to meet you, Carter, bro. That was great. Nice and smooth, man. Yeah, awesome. Okay, thank you guys, man. That was cool. Nice and smooth. Is that your girl too? I can interview her too, if she wants to. She's like, damn, like, look, man, I'm getting old crew today, bro. Okay. All righty. Yeah, no, you gotta make it look, everybody's doing it today. Okay, cool. Nah, I bet. Okay, what's the name?
Kathleen.
Okay, nice to meet you, Kathleen.
Nice to
I
meet
am
you.
Ali. Okay, so I'm guessing, do you live here too with your boyfriend, or
I
is it
do.
kind of okay? So
I
okay.
do.
So then you would then say that, also agree with kind of the fact that DC is a great place for opportunity as well. Do you work here as well?
I think so, yeah. I work in like the DC metro area, but yeah, I think that DC is a great area for opportunity, yeah.
Got you. Okay, so what is the current career that you are also in right now?
I'm a behavior technician, so I work with early intervention autism. I work with 18 months to 5 years, and we do autism therapy with them, ABA therapy.
Got you. So are you early into this? Have you done this for a while, or kind of what I would then? Let me just ask that first.
I'm fresh. I just graduated. I just started. Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go to school, if you don't mind me asking?
I went to Dickinson College.
Okay. That's where's that again?
In Pennsylvania, in central Pennsylvania.
Okay, I just think I've heard of it before. But anyway, okay, so you're just getting into it. So at least getting into this, or even dealing with kids with autism, like what are some things that you have learned from maybe some guys that want to get into it as well?
I think I've learned the most important thing is adaptability. Every client is different. Every intervention plan is different. So adaptability is the most important thing.
And that's like something that you've already quickly seen. And when you kind of refer to adaptability a little bit, do you mean like, okay, because every single kid is different, you might be like, okay, I have to pay more attention to this kid or that kid or whichever?
Yeah, I think since every intervention plan is different, I think it's important to act accordingly and to be able to adapt to every kid's needs and to be able to read every kid's needs and also every BCBA's program. Yeah.
So have you already, like being early on, have you already seen like maybe a situation that you've had with a kid already that's like surprised you about like dealing with autism? Because at least me personally, I don't know a lot about it. I think I do have a distant cousin who does have autism, but I've never really seen it. So maybe you can shed some light on like what it's like to deal with somebody who has autism, or maybe like different variations of it. I think it would just be important for them to understand.
I think it's amazing to see the range of behaviors.
Yeah.
It's incredible to see just like the kids we have at the center. They're genuinely the best kids in the world.
Yeah.
And it's important to be able to go to the BCBA's plan and read the BCBA's plan, what they have for them, how to run their different targets, and to celebrate their targets and how to achieve them and stuff.
So would you then say, at least with maybe one of the kids that you've had before, like, I'll make a last question too, kind of here too. At least with one of the kids that you've kind of had before, has like it been like tough to deal with them before? Like when you say like you got to know how each kid operates. Like what is an example of like what autism looks like or how to deal with it, for an example?
It's difficult with HIPAA for sure, but every child has their needs and how they express their needs, and I think it's really a matter of how you receive how they communicate their needs.
Yeah.
So if they use an AAC device, if they use pointing as their mode of transportation, if they use their words, exactly, yeah. So,
cool, right? So you're learning like different forms of language.
Exactly. So every session you have, you adapt their modality of how they communicate and such, and it's a very rewarding position to be in because they're little babies. They love people, they love reinforcement, and it's a great position to be in just because of like the joy and curiosity they have.
Okay, awesome. I hope you really lasted in a long time. I know you're early, but I hope like in the long term you gain a lot of value and purpose from this. What was your name again?
Kathleen.
Okay, nice to meet you, Kathleen. Thank you so much. That was great. Yeah, wasn't too bad, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you guys, man. That was awesome. Appreciate it. For sure. Nice and smooth, man. Keep it.